No? So this is number 4 of the videos that I'm making about my trip to Japan from last year with my family. This one is about Kyoto. So far I've covered Osaka, Kobe, Himeji and Arima. So Kyoto, you know, is the cultural capital of Japan. It's most famous for its shrines and pagodas and stuff. And might as well talk about it. So we went to Kyoto by bus from Arima. We didn't have much luggage because we had already shipped it from Osaka to Tokyo. And we stayed in a very nice hostel style hotel, I guess, self-checkout, self-check-in. And it was pretty good, and it was very near the Kiyomizu-dera temple, which I might as well talk about now. Kiyomizu-dera is a complex with several buildings. It's in the mountain, kind of. It has a very famous terrace and some pagodas, and it's dark wood. And it's amazing. Definitely should go check it out. It was pretty crowded, but that's in the beginning, and in the terrace it's again a pretty big complex. You can walk around, and yeah, probably one of the most famous photos in Kyoto are from there. So it's very worth visiting. Next place that I want to talk about is the Fushimi inari temple. This one is the one with which is famous for its many red torii gates, but it's again a big complex with a main building, and people say that you shouldn't go because it's very crowded, but it's crowded only around the start of the torii gates and around the main building. So if you walk around, the crowds aren't an issue. And it also has a shopping street right in front of it, which is very crowded as well. And yeah, it's great, it's worth visiting. Again, it's one of the biggest and most famous places in Kyoto. You should check it out. What we did was we were on our way to the Nintendo Museum, and Fushimi Inari was on the way, so that was convenient. So yeah, we did go to the Nintendo Museum, which I want to talk about as well if you're interested in visiting. So you have to get tickets in advance. There is a lottery, and we didn't get tickets from the lottery, but after the lottery passes, some of the people who won the lottery don't buy their tickets, so they go on open sale, so we were able to get tickets that way. Ours were a bit in the afternoon because, of course, that was the only available tickets. And it was, yeah, that meant that we couldn't stay in the museum as long as we wished. We had to leave after 3 hours maybe. We were there at 4 p.m. I think. So the museum is separated in 2 areas. One is kind of a museum area where you can look at cartridges and consoles and learn about the history of Nintendo, stuff like that. The second more interesting area is the interactive area where you can play games. I guess the more famous thing there is the giant controllers that you can play with. There's also an arcade area with older games, and there's some Karuta stuff as well. And of course there is a very nice souvenir shop that you can visit. So if you are interested in Nintendo and you can get tickets, I recommend visiting the Nintendo Museum in Kyoto. By the way, what is also interesting is that on our way to Kyoto with the bus, we passed by the Nintendo headquarters. Okay, so another thing about Kyoto, another place was Arashiyama, which is, I guess, most famous for the bamboo grove, which I think is the least interesting thing in Arashiyama, because it's a very small grove with a lot of people, and it's, yeah, I guess it makes nice pictures, but it's not a big deal. But Arashiyama is a great place to visit nonetheless. We visited a monkey park where the monkeys walk around freely. It's a bit of a hike to go to the monkey park, but it's not a big deal, like a 30-minute hike, I think. So another place is in Arashiyama is the bridge, which is famous, and it gives you nice views of the river and the mountains and some traditional boats that you can ride on, I guess. And from the monkey park, you go over the bridge and then you go to the bamboo grove and the traditional part of Arashiyama with buildings and shops and restaurants and stuff like that. So yeah, we visited the grove, we took our obligatory photo there, and we had to rush to the next area because it was closing soon. So we didn't spend much time in Arashiyama, to my regret. I wanted to give it some more time to explore. And yeah, from there we took a cab to the Golden Temple, which is probably the most famous temple in Japan. And it's again very touristy, and pretty much you can't stop while you walk around. If you stop, you have to move to the side. And the best places for photos were full of people. But anyway, it was pretty great to visit, and again, once in a lifetime memory, so you pretty much have to go there. It's, I think, around an hour just to go around. You can go to the temple itself, of course. But yeah, also from Arashiyama to the Golden Temple, Golden Pavilion. Yeah. We took a cab, which is a mentioned type of transport for Kyoto because it doesn't have a good subway system. So in Kyoto you can get a cab or you can get a bus. And we did both, of course. The cab was a bit expensive. We used Uber as an app, but you get a cab. But it's convenient because my card was tied to the app and I paid easily. And yeah, from the Golden Pavilion, what else? We also visited, we kind of visited all the official Nintendo stores. The one in Osaka, the one in Kyoto, and the one in Tokyo. So yeah, they're pretty much the same everywhere. So yeah, there was also to the way to our place. I'm not sure if it's another river or if it's the same river, but it's again very, very cool view with traditional buildings and stuff. I guess it's with the area that we stayed at, it's a more traditional area. Gion? Yeah, I think we stayed in Gion, around Gion at least. We didn't visit a geisha show. Maybe we should have. Maybe next time. Yeah, so Kyoto, highly recommend going. I mean, it's no-brainer, of course. And yeah, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. That's it for this one. Thanks.